Hello. I'm back. I was just in the midst of getting ready to go have a drink, and forgot that I have my own drinks. My Moscato, that is. My Moscato. Which choker should I wear? This one or this one? Let me try this one on and see how it looks. I need a cocktail. What do y'all think about this choker? This choker, how does that look? Hi. Which choker looks better? This one or this one? Which choker? I think I like this one. How does this one look? Just sitting on me a little Moscato. The first one, this one? Nothing like a nice drink. What is everyone else doing? Was it Friday? Friday. Okay. Yeah, I'm sipping on me a little Moscato. Believe it or not, I've had this. My birthday was in November. I had this 2 years ago, and I'm just drinking it. But I wanted to come to you all live while I kind of get myself together here in my powder room. I don't do all of that crazy makeup, stuff like that. I prefer that natural look. I think when I get through drinking this little wine, I'm not going to go anywhere. A nice glass of Moscato. I wanted to go listen to me a band. What? Cheers. What's the topic? The topic is whatever you want it to be, sweetie. How about dating in 2019? Let's talk about dating in 2019. See you playing. What am I playing? Baby, I don't play games anymore. I don't have time. I don't have time to play games, baby. Let's talk about this 2019 when it comes to dating. Guys, do you still ask women out on dates, fellas? Because there's a lot of single women that be up and down my timeline. There seems to be some type of shortage. Yes, it seems to be some type of shortage. But all you need is you a nice glass of wine and just chill. Entertain yourself. Entertain yourself, baby. Dating with no strings attached. Is that your situation? You're dating with no strings attached? What age do you prefer to date? Okay, my oldest daughter is 35. I wouldn't go back that way. You have to be a little further up and mature. We focus on sexy, but sexy will be there. Yeah. Are you currently dating, or do you have a significant other? Everybody is worried about what others think. What do you mean? Are you talking about when it comes to age? Because to me, it's all about that person being mature. Because I don't have time to raise any children when it comes to a grown man. You know, I don't know if guys are looking for someone to take care of them or what. You see, women gotta stop. Oh, so you looking for a woman to be more aggressive? Everybody's seeking attention. Well, how do you feel about a woman approaching you? Because I'm the type, I don't have a problem approaching someone that I'm interested in, because how are they to know that you're even interested or if you're even available? And to me, it's all about your approach. Because some women may be misunderstood by approaching a man. You may think that it's all about the physical, but it's just that she's confident enough in herself that she doesn't have a problem approaching a man. Fellas, do you have a problem with a woman offering you a drink? Do you think that's too forward of a woman to offer you a drink? Because you all have to remember, it's 2019. Why should a woman have to sit back and wait for you to approach her? A successful marriage comes with privacy, respect, and loyalty. A successful marriage comes with privacy, respect, and loyalty. Some women have been taught to never make the first move. Well, sometimes you move, you lose. I just feel like, it's time to get with the program. If you see someone that you're interested in and you want to get to know that person, let that be known. I think that it's all about your approach. Some women have been, okay, let me see, I read that one. Exactly, sometimes men are scared if a woman approach them. I don't know what type of man that is. Don't trust a woman buying me a drink. Why is that? Why is that in the day and time of independency? A woman, you guys want a woman that's independent, but you have a problem with her buying you a drink? That's too straightforward for you? I've never bought a guy a drink, so I wouldn't know. Not saying that that's something I would never do, but I've never bought a guy a drink before. If you want to approach me, I do not mind. Hint, hint. Like I said, I was going to go and bend me a few corners, but after just sipping on my own wine here at home, I'm cool. I'm cool, baby. If I don't know you, no. Come on now, you need to get with the time. If a woman is interested in you, what's wrong with her buying you a drink? What's wrong with her approaching you? What's wrong with her just wanting conversation? It does not have to lead to anything other than a conversation. This dating stuff is tricky. You don't know the do's and the don'ts. You're saying that, you wouldn't want a woman to buy you a drink. We need to start trying something different. That's cool. That's cool, Thomas. Oh my goodness. So you're going to play hard to get. You said give you the conversation, but not the drink. Don't worry about what people do. You don't have to. You guys are difficult. And how is a woman to even know if you're single when it comes to, you out mingling, and you all may catch each other's eye, and she may, want to buy your drink. How is she even to know if you're even available? Acts. And you honestly going to tell the truth if you're out mingling and someone asks you if you're single. That's not being hard to do. Yeah, true. Yeah, but, Sean, some people live in the moment. They're not worried about coming forward and, telling the truth about whatever their situation is. I think that honesty is the best policy. If you're in a situation and you're still trying to tiptoe out there, let that be known so that person can make a conscious decision whether or not they even want to deal with you on that level. Why do we have to drink to have a good time? We don't have to drink to have a good time, sweetie. Not at all. Not at all. Because honestly, I would prefer to buy my own drinks because, I've said this before, drinks come with a conversation. And you may not want to have a conversation. You may just be out having, just trying to enjoy the atmosphere, listen to the music, and chill. I think that most of the time when you go out, people think that you're just there to mix and mingle. No, it's just to go out and have a drink, listen to the band, and go home. I just speak for myself. I'm pretty much a homebody anyway. I don't like hanging out in these streets unless I'm invited to an event. That's the only time I may go out. Are you speaking for yourself, Sean? Why we as men can't just look and enjoy company? That's fine. Nothing wrong with that. Do you lie, Sean? Are you straightforward with your situation? I got the little baby face going on. What does that mean? Hmm. But guys, why is it that you can't just be content with what you have? Because to be honest, my inbox be blowing up. I don't know what's going on, but my inbox be blowing up like it is right now. But like, you know, I invited about 300 people on my page, and I did that for conversation. It's not trying to get no hookup. I just enjoy conversations. Wanting a cake and to eat it too. One day you're not going to have any teeth, so you're not going to have to worry about eating anything. At some point, we have to grow up. Just grow up. Because one thing about me, I am not going to allow you to waste my time. I've wasted time in my 20s. I wasted time in my 30s. I'm not wasting any more time. And if it's something that I want, I'm grown enough to let that be known. And I think that sometimes men are intimidated by a woman letting it be known exactly what it is that she wants. I am a grown woman. Grown. Grown. It's like when you get to be a grown woman, you can already see the bull crap before it even come along. That's why you need to come correct or don't come at all. Do you want to? Hi, Jay. So what makes you change your mind about going out? Because it's probably self-consciously, it's probably something that I didn't want to do anyway. And all it took was for me to have my little glass of wine and chill. Because that's all I was going to do anyway. Have a glass of wine, listen to a band, and come home. I personally think women let me read that again. I need my glasses. Let me see. I personally think women set standards for men higher than their own standards. Most definitely. And I've talked about this before because a woman could ask for a man. She wants a man with a six-pack. And she's looking like she's 6 months pregnant. So some women do have high expectations. Some women do want things that they don't even have themselves. I agree with that. What's a grown woman? A grown woman, I can only speak for myself. A grown woman does not bite her tongue when it comes to what she wants, when it comes to a man or her career, whatever it may be. She's a go-getter. You know? That's what a grown woman is. A grown woman knows how to speak her mind. It's pretty much about your approach. You know? I think some men are afraid of a grown woman. You know? Some of y'all are afraid of grown women. No, I did not get dressed to do a live stream, Jay. Actually, I was on my way out the door and decided to pour me a drink. And like I said, in my mind, I was saying, let me put on something and step out for a minute and have me a drink. But then I passed by my bar and I noticed that, you know, I said, let me just pour me a glass. And this is where I sit. So, do I believe in the Bible? What kind of question is that? I'm not going to get biblical with you on here, sweetie. I think you are afraid of a grown man. I think that's what it is. Some men are afraid. I'm not afraid of a grown man. There's not many grown men out there. There are grown boys, but very few grown men. A grown boy lies. A grown man does not have time for that type of nonsense. Yeah, he should. So let me be nosy. What happened to the last guy that you were in a relationship with? What do you mean the last guy? I'm not going to even get into that. I'm not going to get too personal. I'm asking because the terms of the relationship between women and men is made perfectly clear in the Bible. It was follow God's word. Do you actually think that people follow the Bible, follow its scriptures when it comes to dating, when it comes to fornication, when it comes to anything that's written in the Bible? Are you living by the word yourself? You say that, Sean, you say, so are you in one now? Am I in a relationship? I think that, let me just put it like this. If you're not married, you're single. So I'm not married. So I hope that answers your question. And for those that are out there that say they're in a relationship, to me, you're still single because you're not married. You still have options, although you're in a relationship. You can walk away from that relationship and not have to worry about anything because you didn't go before God or you didn't sign any papers. So you're still a free agent, in my opinion. That's why we have so many relationship problems, because we're not following God's plan. Yeah. I think that a lot of people, we do things backwards. I understand what you're saying as far as following God's plan, but we wait till we get to a certain point in our life, you know, as far as all of the mess up and mishaps, and then all of a sudden we want to follow God's plan. So in my estimation, maybe it's not God's plan until, you know, you feel as though you're ready. Why mess with the word of God when you're not ready? You know, that's why you have so many hypocrites in the church, because they're not ready to be saved, you know, filled with the Holy Ghost. They're still out there playing and fornicating and, you know, don't talk to me about the word when you're not living it yourself. A lot of people are not ready to live the righteous way, whatever that may be. And Jay, to answer your question, sweetie, I don't know what time it is, but by me getting dressed and having my drink, I would have probably been on my way back home anyway. Excuse me, let me read this. So are you saying it's okay to date multiple people until you get a ring from one of them? Okay, let me say this. In the beginning, in my opinion, it's okay to date multiple people until you find someone that's ready to commit to you, as well as you ready to commit to them. If that makes sense. I can't say that I want to be exclusive with you when I barely know you. No, we have to date in order to find out, okay, am I compatible with this person? Is this someone that I want to see every day? Is this someone that I enjoy having a conversation with? Is this someone I enjoy spending quality time with? Now, if we enjoy each other like that, of course, we can sit down, we can talk about being exclusive with one another. But until then, I think that you should date. And let that be, the thing is, people don't let that be known that for instance, I'm dating right now. Dating does not mean sex. And that's why I think that people misunderstand what the word dating means. James, you asked him that question. No, Stanley, that was not a cleanup. I'm just saying, I would not meet someone and say, within a week or two of getting to know this person, that, okay, let's be exclusive. Because I was dating this guy. Let me get personal for a minute. I was dating this guy, and he wanted to move too quickly. You know, he was trying to sit down. You know, he was trying to sofa sit with my grandkids and stuff. He was trying to move too quick into a relationship, and we only went out twice. Dating can mean sex. Dating is not going to mean sex with me. No, they can't, James. I think people are afraid of being honest, thinking that they're going to miss out on something. And I think that's why having a conversation is so important, because people misunderstand what dating means. Everyone's definition of dating is not the same. Dating to me does not mean having sex with you unless we're exclusive. I'm not trying to be, what is that, a preacher? I'm holding a general conversation, James. Out there trying to get brownie points. Dating is just dating unless you establish, that you want something more. And how are you to say you want something more if you're not just spending quality time with that person? All you have to do is have a conversation with someone, and you will figure out whether you want to take it a step further. We don't take time to have conversations with people, because if you actually talk to a female, or if a woman actually talk with a man for a substantial amount of time, she would realize, hey, we don't even have anything in common. We're so quick to jump from dating to a relationship that we don't take our time in between. Back up and just have a conversation, unless it's something that you just want. If sex is all you want, let that be known, because so you won't waste nobody's time. Women think that holding out, having sex with someone is going to guarantee a relationship. Holding out is not going to guarantee a relationship. And back to you, Jay. I forgot your last name. A grown woman does not have to go out in the streets to have a good time. A grown woman can sit right here at her house with her own bottle of wine and have more of a good time being here at her home, safe. Most men just try to get a piece of pie. This chicky don't have to be in the streets, baby. This chicky is fine right here in her own house, minding her own business, drinking her own wine. Yes. I'm living my best life. Hanging up. I ain't gonna say that part. But living my best life. Most men can't handle honesty, sweetie. You can't handle honesty. Most women can't handle honesty. They want you to lie to them. And you know what's something else? I hate for someone to say, what are you looking for? What are you looking for in a relationship? Because if I were to tell you everything that I'm looking for in a relationship, guess what? You're going to be everything that I described. That's a part of the game. You're the type to tell a person up front what it is. And exactly what is that, James? When you meet someone, what is it that you're telling them? This wine, baby, this wine. This wine make you wine it all the way down. Why do women avoid answering a question, then tell the truth even if you want mine, whatever, to what I want and don't. I don't know what you just said, sweetie. Let me go get my charger. My phone, it just beeped. Do, 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 do. Sorry about that. So, where do you normally go for a drink? It all depends on who has the live band. No place in particular. If people would be truthful, there would be less problems. You think? You think, James? Some people can't handle the truth, sweetie. We're not able to handle the truth. People they will listen to a lie more so than the truth and believe it. I drank a whole glass of wine with you all. Like I said, I think deep down inside, I really didn't want to go out. Like I said, I was just going to have a drink anyway. I did that here in my own house. So, James, I guess you're living the self-righteous life. You don't play games anymore. Have you had enough of those things? There's nothing wrong with you looking good. Oh, of course, James. Sean. Like I said, I could have stopped my life 10 minutes ago. But like I said, deep down, I didn't want to go anyway. So This was more of an excuse not to go. Yeah. And like I said before, why go out to have a drink when you have drinks here at your home? I have all the alcohol I need if I want something. Thank you. Exactly, Sean. And less, less stress. I don't have to worry about getting in and out of my car, walking around with these heels on, trying to find a place to sit. Because typically, if I go somewhere, I reserve a seat. So I don't have to worry about the hustle and bustle of trying to get by someone to go find a seat. Because guys, you know what? Guys don't offer you a seat anymore. You have to stand up, and that's something I don't do. I'm not standing up on my feet all night long. That's why I prefer to reserve a seat. I ain't miss out on nothing, baby. Keeping it real and let you make your decision, not lying to you. Be in front. Thank you, Thomas. I agree. Real, recognize real. Did you all just join my page today? Thomas and Sean, James. Because I added quite a few. I added quite a few guys, people to my page. Well, welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, Thomas. Welcome, Sean. I want you all to I have an internet radio show as well every Thursday. I'm going to leave the information, on my page before that time comes. I'm doing just lovely, Thomas. Thank you. No complaints, no complaints. As you can hear, excuse me, my house is quiet. It's quiet here in my domain. One thing you should be able to do is come home and have a peace of mind. You name it, we talk about it. I don't know if you heard about this lady named B. Smith. You heard about B. Smith? Okay. Well, we talked about that last Thursday. Because B. Smith, she was an actress, she was a model, she's a black woman. And she was married to her husband for 27 years. She came down with Alzheimer's disease. She was stricken with Alzheimer's disease. And now her husband of 27 years has a girlfriend. And the girlfriend moved in to help him take care of his wife. And a lot of people felt like that was disrespectful of him to move a woman into his wife's home. But I said, this man could have easily put his wife in a nursing home and still went on about his business with this woman. And I find it very noble of him to still take care of his wife and live his life. Too bad you're not in my state. We could be friends. I got some real friends for over 20 years. Nothing more. That sister, we keep it real with each other. There's something called long distance friendships. You don't have to be in the same state to be friends with someone. That's why I added a lot of you all to my page, because I enjoy having real conversations. I don't just add you on my page just to say I have X amount of friends on my page. I can care less, because I only had like 100 and some odd friends because I got rid of everyone else because they was not communicating. Why be on someone's page and you don't communicate with one another? I get rid of you. Just like in a damn relationship. If you're not acting right, if you're not doing right, if you're not communicating with me, bye-bye. I'll see you later. Yeah, of course, Sean. You know what? My kids would tell me, Mommy, why don't you go somewhere? Mommy, why don't you do something? Because like I said, I enjoy being here at home. You know? I enjoy being right here at home. It's a safe place to be. What are you all doing on this Friday night? What do you all typically do on Friday nights? Why do some women have a bigger expectation of a man more than they do of themselves? That's kind of a hard one, Thomas, because we typically want something that we don't have ourselves, you know? That's typically how that works. Sit on the side of your bed watching TV. Sounds good to me. That's typically what I do as well. You're looking at me. You a homeboy. A homebody? You're a homebody. Well, like I said, this is what I typically do on my page from time to time. I may come into I call it my powder room, whether I'm getting ready for a night on the town or whether I'm winding down um, in my PJs, relaxing, listening to music. I may, come live every once in a while just to interact with my Facebook friends. Are you from Birmingham, Thomas? It was so nice to talk to you guys. These are not PJs that I have on. Okay? Everyone has their own style, James. Thank you. Thank you. Well, fellas, it was nice talking to you all. But I finished my glass of wine, and I guess I will wine on down. So you all have a good night. Toodles.